I love traveling. I love seeing new sights. I love even going back to places that I've been before. There is just something about travel that I love. I don't do it as often as I used to just because of family life, but now even more than traveling and discovering new places on my own, I love to go on trips with our family. This primarily happens in our van through road trips simply because of the size of our family, but secretly I love road trips probably more than flying someplace anyway, because it gives you the opportunity to not only have that time together, but to experience amazing things on your way to your destination. When you're planning a trip, it's important to know where it is that you're trying to go. Once you know where you're trying to go, then all the other details can fall into place. Then you can route your path. Then you can discover if there's other places that you can stop and see something along the way. You know what to pack. You know how much time you should expect for it to take you to get there. You know, if you're our family, you take what it would, take a normal family and then you about double it because of bathroom breaks and so on and so forth. But knowing your destination really is the most important part of planning a trip. Now, this is also really the most important part of homeschooling and really all of life. I talked to you in our last video a little bit about how important it is to know the reasons why you're homeschooling. Because when you know those reasons, it helps to guide you, it helps to motivate you so that you can keep going and you can find inspiration and creativity as you do, but also so that you end up where it is that you're trying to go. Today, I want to elaborate on that just a little bit, and it's that I want to share with you that it is really important that your reasons for homeschooling aren't just negative, but that they're actually positive ones. This is really important, as I said, in all of life and in all of parenting as well. It's really important that we learn how to say yes more loudly than no, because when we're saying yes, we're actually empowering towards something. We're creating vision towards something. We're finding ways and creativity and inspiration towards something. When we say no, we're just trying to shut ourselves off from something. Now, there are valid reasons to say no to things. It could be that you are homeschooling because the circumstances that your child were in school were not great ones. Maybe they were being bullied. Maybe they were not able to learn in that setting. Maybe there were values being taught that were contrary to yours and you weren't comfortable with them. There could be a million reasons why a certain circumstance isn't healthy or good for your children. And as a parent, it's your right and obligation to remove them from that circumstance and at least to create a better one for them. But the thing about it is if your reason for doing something is only no, then that doesn't create very much vision. Because then once you've removed them from the circumstance, you've already accomplished it. So then you're just trying to survive, or you're just counting it success that you're not doing this rather than trying to look at what it is you could be doing. Now, maybe it is that you're looking at homeschooling because of the pandemic. Maybe it's not something you planned. Maybe you don't have other options. Maybe, you're not comfortable with your kids being back in the classroom or with the new structure that is coming because of the way schools are changing in this time in life. There are a million different things about this season that may have put you into a circumstance that wasn't one that you chose. So here's what I want to encourage you with. It's that the Lord uses everything for good. That if you are finding yourself at home with your kids and it wasn't part of your plan and it isn't what you would choose, but it seems to be your only or at least the best option that you have in this moment, that don't stop with just going, okay, we're going to survive this. We don't have a choice, we're going to have to get through this somehow, but instead find what the yes is. Find what the good is that could come out of this. Is this an opportunity for you to reconnect your heart with your kids in a different way? Is this an opportunity to partner with the Lord in discovering what, priorities your family life should have? Is this an opportunity for you to find some creative experiences to have in common with your kids? You know, is it an opportunity to reevaluate your life and to figure out what those main priorities that you should be having everything else line up around is? You know, I know that even though I'm a homeschooling mom, this time during this pandemic has done all of that for me. It's caused me to reevaluate. It's caused me to look at, you know, Lord, things are changing. They're out of my control. It's easy to worry. But what is it that you're doing in the midst of this? What is it that you're doing in my heart and my home? How can I partner with what you're trying to accomplish? Because see, when you're saying yes, then you're actually empowering yourself to partner with what the Lord is doing. You're not just trying to remove yourself from whatever the negative things are that are happening, but you're actually bringing positivity into your life. You're creating something of substance that's good. You're co-creating that with the Lord because He does have good plans and purposes for you. So I want to encourage you, homeschool moms, dads, to make sure that you are saying yes more loudly than no, to make sure that you are looking at the destination that you're trying to get to and not just where it is that you're trying not to go. Because the thing about it is the thing you focus on is going to be where you end up. It may be that you're focusing on it and saying, I'm not going there, I'm not going there, I'm not going there. But what happens when you focus on that thing is that without realizing it, you end up going there because it's what you're focused on. Don't make that mistake. Instead, focus on the destination you're trying to get to. Allow the Lord to help route your path there, because it may be that your destination will change. It may be that that's just the first leg of the journey, or it's all that you can see right now, but that the Lord is bringing you someplace beyond. The last thing I want to say is don't worry about getting all of the steps right. You know, on a road trip, if you're using your app and you're routing to the next destination and all of a sudden you realize that you missed a turn or you come upon construction and that route is closed or whatever the case may be, the maps do this amazing thing and they just reroute. So all of a sudden there is a new path for you to take to the same destination. The Lord does that even better than technology. He is able to take our path, our steps, even when we have stepped off the path. He is able to reroute us to create a new way so that we can still end up where it is that we're supposed to be, where it is that we're trying to get to, even if we've stepped off the path. So don't worry, don't be afraid, but partner with the Lord every day with a loud yes. Lord, what is that you're trying to do? Where is that we're going today? How can I partner with you? And do that. Do that every day. And do that bigger picture for homeschooling in other areas of your life. Where is the dream destination? Don't limit it by what you think is possible either, but keep that dream destination in mind. And if you don't know how to get there, then just start to make a plan for the closest thing to that. You know, maybe you're dealing with a home circumstance that isn't good. Maybe you have broken relationships. And so what your dream is that you would actually have close, connected heart relationships, that you would have your kids confide in you and trust you, but it feels like that's a million miles away for whatever reason. Okay, well, keep that as your destination that you want to get to, though. That's your dream. And then figure out where it is that the closest destination that you can see, because maybe that's beyond what you can see right now. So figure out what the next thing would be. Well, is there a fun activity that you could do together? Is there some way that you could begin to build common ground again? You know, figure out what that is. Pray about it. Ask for wisdom and make a path to that destination. And then once you get there, discover what the one after that is. As I said in my last video, homeschooling really is a marathon. So is parenting. Most things in life are. You know, we're not really put on earth just to sprint from place to place without any connection, but we're actually trying to get someplace. And that takes consistency, and it takes a lot of little sprints, but it takes us being able to focus on a destination and continue on that path until we actually get there. The good news is that you're not going alone, but the Lord is partnering with you. The Lord is so gracious. He's so merciful. He's so good at providing. And so as you do your best to make your steps there in all of your weaknesses and all of your lack, you're going to find that He's going to cover over those things, and He's going to bring you someplace even greater than you thought was possible. Not just you, but your family too. The Lord really is good, and He is with you. So today, what I want you to do is I want you to practice saying yes. I want you to begin to dream about where it is that you're trying to go. And I want you to ask the Lord to give you wisdom as to how to get there.